name is Arthur Yanka. I'm a member of the 716th Infantry Division Reenacting Unit based out of the Midwestern United States. I'm just going to give you guys a brief overview of what the 716th Infantry Division did during World War II, a little bit about its composition, a little about what makes it a unique unit to reenact, and then some of the gear that we have that portrays what the unit was all about. So the 716th Infantry Division, it was pretty much the bottom of the barrel as far as the Wehrmacht was concerned. They were comprised of older men who were not usually fit for military service. They had members who had been wounded on the Eastern Front and who were no longer combat effective. And they actually had 2 battalions of Osttruppen, the Eastern Volunteers, basically Soviet POWs who were given the chance, or the choice rather. You guys can either linger in this POW camp or you can come fight for us in the German military. While there was some, anti-communist sentiment among some of those troops, a lot of them probably were just motivated by just the fact that they were not linger in a POW camp at that point. So they were usually given the bottom of the rung as far as equipment and weapons were concerned. The research that we've done on the unit shows that most soldiers never even received a set of Y straps because they were sent to Normandy, which the invasion was never supposed to take place there. It was supposed to be just a backwaters area, and low quality troops like the 716th for the most part defending it. So even the Feldblues that I'm wearing, it's a Dutch conversion. I've got 2 photos of original Soldaten in the 716th wearing these Feldblusen that they're I have taken from captured Dutch stocks in 1940. And since the color and the cut was relatively close to the German Feldblues, they actually took those stockpiles of uniforms and actually reconverted them, did a little bit of tailoring work to actually reissue them, usually to rear echelon troops, foreign volunteers, things like that. So even the weapons that we reenact with kind of give a little bit of taste of what the 716th received as well. So this is a G24T. It's very similar. It is a Czech VZ-24, but it's actually made under German occupation. It's got the Waffenamts on it. It's an 8mm rifle, but again, a lot of the soldiers did not receive the the typical K98 rifle that your frontline soldiers would have received. Another weapon that we have in our arsenal is the French Mas 36. So again, just like the Dutch Feldblusen after the fall of France in 1940. Obviously, the German military, they're pressed to their own manufacturing capabilities. They're not just going to take hundreds of thousands of rifles and weapons and throw them in the garbage, obviously. So they would take weapons like this and reuse it to them to people in the front lines, supply services, and rear line areas like the 716th. Even such things like all the heavy weapons of the 716th, all the heavy artillery were either Czech or Soviet origin. Because again, they weren't just going to throw this stuff away. It makes sense. Another weapon that kind of portrays for our Ost Battalion is the Soviet DP-28 machine gun. We actually do have evidence that one of the Ost battalions was attached to the 716th for a period of time actually had not only DP-28 machine guns but also Maxim machine guns. So that's what I kind of find fascinating about the 716th. A lot of reenactors, their cup of tea is going out there and going, Fallschirmjäger, Panzer, SS, and, different strokes for different folks. I like the idea of almost going to the opposite spectrum of that, going the most unelite, the least sexy, I guess, unit you could choose. But again, just, the vast array of foreign equipment, foreign weapons, the fact that they actually fought on 4 of the 5 invasion beaches on D-Day, it really does make it a fascinating unit to reenact.